Good evening, Nusram. This scene is set at the Pleasure Palace, uh, club of Bianca Cassidy, Bruja in good standing, and a very popular club owner, it seems, these days. People seem to be coming from all around to enjoy her slightly different take on entertainment. And that's where we start tonight. Dear new young kindred Noelle has decided they will be coming to the Pleasure Palace after having heard about it.
Yep. So Noelle is going to go ahead and walk in. She's heard about this place from Isabel. And so she was a little bit curious. She wanted to go and see what exactly this place was.
Well, as you come in the front door, there's like a little desk, not desk, like a little podium with a hostess behind it. And she asks if you've been here before.
Right. I'll go ahead and describe Noelle right quick so that way everyone knows what they're looking at. Noelle is, well, I can pull up a picture of roughly what she looks like. All right, there we go. Unfortunately, I can't bring it up on my cam because Toolbox still hates me. But I'll go ahead and describe it for the audience. Noelle is an African-American woman. She looks like she's in her early 20s. She is absolutely covered in tattoos. At least the parts of her skin that you can see, which are mostly her arms for this specific outfit. On her right shoulder, there is a spider tattoo. She has very brilliant green eyes, and stands to mention that her eyeliner game is on point.
All right. Well,
she is.
Oh, sorry.
My bad. I was just gonna go on and say that she is wearing black jeans, combat boots, and a black tank top. And over that black tank top, she has a white T-shirt that has a bunch of rips on it that is stained with fake blood. Now I'm done. Sorry.
Well, the person at the podium will ask if you've been here before.
No, I don't think so.
Then we're going to have you sign a consent form for entering. And she will hand you a form that says anything you see or do here stays here, and that anything that happens, life or death, is not on the club owner's hands. Anything you consent to participate in is solely at your own discretion.
Okay. Yeah. Right now I'll go and sign that. No biggie.
She then gestures towards the door for you to walk through into the actual club,
which Noelle will walk into.
Inside here, there's a bar area where you can also smell and hear a bit of food being cooked behind. And then there's a large seating area that seems to have chairs facing in pretty much every direction. Some couches, some chaise lounges. There's 3 large stages. The one in the center is the largest of the 3. And off to the right of that is a dais with a throne on it. And next to the bar area as you come in, there's another door that says private rooms. And it's all very lush and lavish. Think like old opium dens, kind of.
Okay. I was thinking more like a speakeasy. But all right, opium den works too.
This definitely has that touch of Oriental flair to it.
Okay. Noelle is going to be actually drawn towards the stage, seeing what's going on around there. Does it look like anyone can hop on there and do whatever, or?
Currently, one of the stages is empty. One of them has a man tying a woman in various positions. And then the large center stage has a woman um, using two whips on a blonde woman. And she seems to be cracking them with quite a proficient hand. But yes, they seem to be available for people to just get up and use.
Well, we'll look around. She'll look at the bar. She can't really drink, so that's not too much of an interest for her. She has no really desire to feed in this specific place since she's heard that this is a kindred-owned establishment. So, I guess for now, she'll kind of just lounge somewhere. She'll bring up Auspex, just for hearing. She's kind of curious to see what's going on around her, or hear what's going on around her, as it were.
Well, there's the kind of oh god, I just lost the name of that kind of music. There's definitely a trance beat kind of undertone in things, and the whip cracks as you're listening seem to be right on time with that music that's going. You hear moans, screams, laughter.
Okay.
A whole gamut of emotions people seem to be having.
All right. The only room in this, like the only pathways in this specific area are pretty much the way she came in and the way to the private rooms, right?
You can roll perception alertness because there is one that's kind of hidden away.
Sure. Let's do it. Depending on the diff, there's two.
You notice behind the throne there is another door. It's almost like the throne was placed there almost to block the door from the general populace's view. If you're talking, you're muted.
No, sorry, I was just bringing up the lower third while I was thinking about it. Noelle will kind of see that door. She'll look at it. She's a little curious. She'll kind of inch up just to see what's there, if there's any kind of sign saying not to go in.
It says VIP.
Okay. Considering what she knows, she can probably guess what goes on in that specific room. But she does not know the proprietor of this place quite yet, so she's not gonna go around and make a possibly bad situation.
The woman with the whip seems to have stopped doing whatever she's doing, and her and the blonde girl seem to be coming down off the stage.
Okay.
And they seem to be heading towards that VIP door.
Okay. Noelle will kind of see them. So, because there was one nondescript woman and then a blonde woman, right?
There was a brunette woman, short hair, very curvy. Looks relatively young. Early 20s. Though she has a very mature way of carrying herself. One that slightly belies her actual age.
Out of curiosity, just to kind of see if that's a thing, Not Bianca, I'm sorry. Noelle has Auspex up, just for hearing. Do both of these people have a heartbeat?
No.
Okay. Noelle thinks that she is moving in the right direction then. Noelle will, because Noelle's kind of like somewhat near the door, but not quite, right up on it. But she'll see the two people
Mhm.
coming on up to it. Noelle will look at the woman with the short hair and say, she'll kind of say a little jokingly. And when she speaks, she has a very, very soothing voice, almost like a siren. She'll say,
Okay.
"You seem like two things. One, someone that enjoyed themselves, and two, someone that is very good at what they do."
Well, my dear, you'd be right on both those counts.
The Noel will kind of look up. Oh, I'm trying to place your accent now.
Well, I wish you luck with that. Could take you all night, I'm sure.
Oh, it very well could. I'm terribly sorry for disturbing you. I just felt like saying hello. She'll shrug.
She'll narrow her eyes slightly. Well, good evening. Was there anything else you wished, my dear?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Most people who stop me after one of those sessions is somebody wanting me to beat them. Unless it's a guy, then he's usually asking to do the beating. Oh, such things.
So I suppose you are one that prefers to have control of the situation rather than the other way around.
Always.
But I'm afraid in that regard, I think we may be a tad incompatible.
That's alright. You don't have to beat everybody, you see. Just those that you decide to.
Noel will smile. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think I've introduced myself. I forget my manners all the time. Noel.
And she'll extend a hand. Bianca Cassidy.
It's very good to meet you, Bianca Cassidy. And she will kind of almost in an exaggerated, a bit of an exaggerated bow as she as she takes Bianca's hand.
So formal. I don't think people these days had such formalities about them.
Eh, Sometimes, when it suits me.
And what suits you tonight?
I was told by a friend that I might like things here, so I wanted to come and take a look.
Is that so? And which friend would that be?
Her name was Isabel, actually.
Isabel. And you can see her grin spreading across her face. And how do you know, my dear Isabel?
We're acquaintances.
Acquaintances, of course. Work or part of a social club.
Right. She'll say.
That was a question.
Oh, sorry. What was the actual question?
Work or part of her social club.
Hmm. I suppose it would be part of her social club.
So you might almost call yourself family then.
Something like that.
And who's your dear sweet mother or father?
Well, my mother, her name is Annabelle.
Sweet girl. And she opens the door to the VIP room. And the blonde girl kind of just staggers on back. As she goes by, you can see that her back is covered in whip marks. More than probably a normal person would probably still be conscious through.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Noelle will, as the blonde woman is walking by, Noelle will just kind of do that turn as someone's passing, if you know what I mean. Just kind of look at her as she exits. Is she going into the VIP room?
Yes.
Okay.
Technically, it's a hallway still, but yes.
Okay. Yeah. She's going into the path to the VIP room then.
Yes.
Noelle will kind of watch her go ahead and head in. Then look back at Bianca. So I don't suppose I would be able to go into that VIP room.
Well, if you're Annabelle's child, certainly, my dear.
Excellent. You seem like someone that knows this club very well. Mind giving me a tour? At least of the VIP section.
Well, the VIP section's very small compared to the rest of it.
Oh, rest of it, it's all good.
You're welcome to come into the VIP room, though, if you'd like.
All right. Noelle will, upon finally getting leave to explore her curiosity, she's going to go in, start walking into this VIP room, see what's up.
Well, it's a short hallway, and there's 3 doors. One's an exit door that's straight ahead. There's a door on the left that you see the blonde ducking into, and then there's a door on the right.
Okay. Noelle's still with. She'll actually she'll bring down aspects at this point. However, if she can, she'll try to see if she can get a look at the room that the blonde woman ducked inside of, see if that's where she's supposed to go.
Well, as you're walking that way, the door on the right says office and is closed. And the door on the left that's still open, she's probably waiting for Bianca to come in with her, is a very lush, lavish room, very plush seating.
Okay.
That's what you
Yep.
can see from the door.
That's what. Yeah. So Noelle's gonna put 2 and 2 together. And she would go into this very small, lush VIP room.
Actually, it's not that small. It's probably 20 feet long by about most of that wide.
Okay, it's pretty decently sized then.
Yeah. But it's small compared to the rest of the club's entirety.
Yeah, completely.
And as you enter, you'll notice on the wall that's joining with the rest of the club is a very large screen TV that is split into 4 with cameras showing the main seating area, and each of the 3 stages on it.
Okay, and that's broadcasting in this room?
Yep.
Oh, neat. Noelle, actually, Noelle, out of everything else, is definitely intrigued with the camera feed. Like, she'll look over at it, kind of tilt her head, and just kind of keep walking forward a little bit, and then just start watching the screens.
Bianca will come in and sit down on the couch, and Miranda will kind of lay down, putting her head in Bianca's lap as she just strokes her hair. She's used to Toreador. Them getting distracted by the littlest things doesn't bother her.
That's fair. Yeah, this isn't an enthrallment. She's just curious AF at the moment. Although she will ask, are there some people who find enjoyment in just watching? Is that why this is here?
Oh, yes, plus it gives a chance for those who can't be seen out there, a chance to at least see what's going on.
Mm-hmm. She'll
Not
nod.
Nosferatu.
Oh, I still haven't met a Nosferatu yet.
Oh, I'm sure you might have. You just may not have realized it. They're good at hiding.
Oh. Just kind of shake her head a little bit and get out of that train of thought. So, if I can ask, Bianca, do you have a family?
Yes, Bruja.
Oh, she'll smile. And she'll kind of look at Bianca up and down. And it looks like she was gonna say something, but then she just stops herself.
Bianca is very well dressed, even though she is in high heels and a tight leather dress.
Yep. Noelle, for her part, is actually Noelle's actually pretty. She's actually pretty low key compared to how she normally rolls. Although she will look down at the blonde woman and say, "And her?"
She's mine. She works for me. Has for most of the time I've been dead. Ghoul.
I gathered that. She'll nod, and then she'll kind of just kneel down to the blonde woman, not terribly close, and she'll just kind of whisper to the blonde woman, "You're doing a good job."
She doesn't seem very responsive.
That's fair. Noelle wasn't looking for a response.
So, my dear, may I ask how long you've been at this? Haven't seen you around. Must be fairly young.
Only about a
Yes,
year.
that's what I'd have figured. I'm surprised Annabelle brought your brother out so early.
Oh, Travis, right?
Yes. Nice enough fella. Didn't see any point to him, though. Maybe she just liked that he was pretty. Or that he had money.
Oh, out of character. I forgot to mention one key thing about Noelle. Noelle has, Bianca could probably see it. there's a very faint scar on Noelle's neck, right where her jugular is, and it goes from one side of her neck to the other. But Noelle will go ahead and say, I never really questioned why Annabelle embraced Travis.
So you stay hidden that long because you wanted to, or because she asked you to?
Maybe one of these days I'll tell you what the case was.
Fair enough. She's just watching you with an inquisitive eye.
That's cool because Bianca's getting the same look back from Noelle. And it may be a little awkward in this room, but I don't think either of these characters have the natures to give a fuck about that.
Nope. If it's making you awkward, that makes Bianca even happier.
No, yeah, no. If Bianca feels awkward, Noelle takes a fucking willpower point. I think they're competing at this point.
If I needed willpower, I would. Oh, that reminds me. That's what I had to roll. Let's see how good a night she is having. Oh, she is having a not great night. I'm only at 1 willpower total, so.
Ooh. Oh, it's flashbacks?
Definitely. Yeah, flashbacks.
Ooh, it's fucking gnarly.
Yeah. If I needed willpower, I would have gotten it back, though.
Yeah, kind of.
You can tell that there's a definite tiredness to her.
Noelle will kind of notice that. And she'll say, Bianca, I think you may have done too good a job in your performance earlier. You see, it definitely is worn you out a little bit. If you'd like, I can leave so that way you can lay down for a little bit.
She'll chuckle. Oh, my dear. The tiredness isn't from the scene, the show. The tiredness is from life not wanting to let go.
Life or unlife?
I would definitely say life.
Noelle will nod. One thing that I definitely found was that, now I found it interesting among so many of us. Even after we've achieved this state, we're at this point. There's still so much that weighs down on us, even though our heart doesn't beat anymore.
Some still do. Most of us don't. I think it's a rare treasure when they do. Though I'm not entirely sure that it's quite the blessing that the dead beating heart is. And though for the right person, I suppose it works well enough.
Can I ask what weighs you down?
Poor choices on my parents' part. Many, many moons ago.
Have you done anything to, if not reconcile with them, but reconcile with those feelings?
Let's see, they kicked me out the day I graduated high school because my girlfriend kissed me in front of them. She was excited that I graduated. And let's see, I haven't spoken hell of a word to him since. I'd say there's probably no reconciliation available. Not when you're an abomination. Now doubly so, probably, in their mind. Yeah, there's no reconciling that. And as far as reconciling with the experiences, I don't know how I would. It's really not something a child should have to deal with. Any of it.
Noelle will kind of listen to all of this, take that in as she thinks. And she'll say, one thing that I've heard that Clan Bruja specializes in is anger.
I wouldn't say it's just anger that we specialize in. We specialize in passions. Things that get your blood pumping. Things that make you feel. Granted, some of those feelings can quickly turn to anger if they are treated poorly, or somebody does something towards that which you love or you have a passion about that just drives you up the wall. Your feelings, though, are always right there, right at the forefront. It's far more than just anger, though.
Sorry about that, I'm back now.
Yeah, it's alright.
But anyway, yeah, Noelle was listening to all that. She'll say, that doesn't sound too dissimilar from us.
From what I've noticed, you look for beauty and passion outside yourselves. We have that passion roiling within us.
That's definitely a good way to differentiate.
Not to say either one's the better way to do it, but not to say either one's the wrong way either.
Does that... She looks like she's trying to figure out the word. Does that fire help you?
Most of the time. Once in a very great while, it burns a little too bright, and you get burned. And she looks like she's definitely thinking about a particular instance in her own experience when it's gotten her burned.
Mm-hmm. Is that why you do this then?
I do this because I enjoy it. Been doing it for, God, almost 20 years now. got well known in the pro-dom community back in what? The late 90s. Early 90s. No, yeah, it was the early 90s. Jeez, how time flies. Late 80s, early 90s. Let's see. Yeah, 93 or so. No, it was closer to 1990. Actually became quite well known in the pro-dom community for my whip skills. It's not often you see somebody who can wield two bull whips, especially ones over 6 feet, one in each hand, with such skill and practice.
Noelle will grab two pens that have very oddly materialized on the desk. If there were not two pens, there are now two pens. She'll just say, dual wielding.
Yes, well, most people don't have much talent for using both hands. Most have to, well, they don't have to, but most people are prone to favor one hand over the other. And I've never been stuck with that limitation.
Well, all right.
If you ever want to learn anything about it, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to show you some techniques to help.
I might do that. I'll just kind of look up and think. She'll just shake her head out again very quickly.
So what is it you do for your dear mother?
For my what now?
Your dear mother, Annabelle. Are you entertainment, eye candy? Or do you even know?
Noelle will shrug. All I know is I'm here.
Fair enough, I suppose. My sire embraced me because she was tired of feeding me her blood every month. Figured just feed me one more time, and then I'll be available whenever she wants. It's strange being the sadist to your side. We definitely had a unique relationship. I miss it.
Is she not here anymore?
She was killed. Back during the riots 5, 6 years ago.
Right, I remember those. I'm sorry to hear that.
They weren't really riots. The riots were a cover story for a war that was going on. And she unfortunately was what you might call a victim of said war. I don't know how many we killed that night alone, let alone all the other fights. Probably hundreds of them. Always seem to be hundreds more. then that man just materialized out of nothing. Garroted her. Took her head clean off. Coward, if you ask me.
He took a garrote and decapitated her with it?
Yes. Probably piano wire, something similar. Very thin, very strong. Cuts like a razor blade. Before I could do anything about it, he disappeared right there in front of us. I was so livid. I hope he's dead. If not, if I ever find him, I will kill him. Him and any other of those Sabara who show up.
I'm surprised it's been this difficult to find them. It seems like all we have to do is find people that are trying too hard.
We killed a lot of them. Vast majority of them. I'm assuming the few that were left are either deeply in hiding and torpor or ran off with their leader, the Priscus.
Priscus?
Yes, that's the leader of the group that was coming in. Let's see. Do you know what Archon or Justicar are?
Yes.
Well, for the Sabbat, they don't have the same ranks and titles. But far as I can tell, it's a position somewhat similar to them. They lead
Okay.
their little holy crusades of murder and wanton destruction to reclaim what they feel should be theirs, which was never theirs in the first place.
Which is what? The city?
This entire planet, as far as I can tell.
Hmm. Do you know anything else about them?
I know that they are one of the clans that make them up are called the Zemitzi, flesh-crafting monsters.
At this point, Noelle looks extremely interested in everything Bianca has to say, more so than she was before the second she heard flesh crafting monster.
From what I know, they can shape flesh and bone into anything their twisted little hearts can think of. Mostly they make them into monsters to attack and kill and maim. Never seen anything beautiful come of them, that's for certain.
Hmm.
I think they're commonly referred to as fiends. Seems apropos enough to me.
I mean, that does sound fairly fiendish. Flesh crafting monsters to fight for you.
They can craft mere humans, vampires, animals. I think they said at the fight that the prince was in with the Priscus, there were creatures that looked like a mixture of bear and shark.
Are there any more of them?
Not that I've seen, though there are some strange happenings in the woods. I know there's an area that's infested with something. Probably gonna be heading back there in the near future to investigate. Especially after hearing that spiders are causing an anemia outbreak over in the campus area. And there's definitely something large that likes to make spider webs out there. I actually passed through that area one evening while out for a little run.
So much happening around this city. I'm so excited. She'll clap to herself a little bit.
There's also something in the bay that's taking fishermen. Not entirely sure. Could be some sea creatures. It could be some Nosferatu or Gangrel for all we know, hiding under the waters and attacking at night. They take quite a bit, so I'm guessing it's something big, though. If it was just one fisherman here or there, it might be one thing, but there have been whole boats of people gone missing. Maybe they're storing them up. Or maybe they've got children now. And Bianca pats the blonde's face. Miranda, my dear, I need you to go in the office for a minute. And get me a new VIP card for our friend here. What's your name, my dear? Full name.
Noelle North.
And put Noelle North on, please. Miranda gives a nod. Her eyes are still mostly closed as she gets up and leaves the room. And just so you know, the club is closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, so that kindred can use it freely if they wish, either for meetings or their own playtime. All I ask is that they clean up any mess they make.
Oh, out of character. I didn't catch that last part. All she asks is what?
They clean up any mess that they make.
Okay. Noelle will nod and say, if I end up in the club at those days, and that does happen, I'll make sure to leave everything as I left it.
You mean as you found it?
Yes, grammatical errors, they happen. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, leaving it as you left it could leave it as a mess, which would be the opposite of what I requested. Also, there are private rooms if you wish to have sessions with people. There's what you could call a religious iconography room. there is a school-themed room. For some reason, those two seem to be the most popular. And then there's simply just a private dungeon space for those that don't like to put on a show.
All nod as she's listening to all of that. All right.
And if you're coming in looking trashed or torn up and aren't presentable for public, you come to the back door, and I usually have somebody, either my ghoul or a Nosferatu, working security who will open it and let you in, so that you can come in here.
Is that option more for our Nosferatu friends?
More for them, but you never know when somebody's gonna do something stupid and have a lighter explode in their face.
Right. Should I list that on your pet peeves?
Oh no, people are welcome to have a lighter explode in their face if they want. Just don't explode it in mine.
She'll nod.
Miranda will come back in fairly quickly with a card and kneel down on the ground and put her hands out like this, presenting it to Bianca. She'll reach down and take the card and offer it to you.
Noelle will take it. Noelle will actually kind of very quickly look at Miranda the Ghoul. Does Miranda the Ghoul feel the awkwardness in the room that neither Bianca nor Noelle give a fuck about?
No.
Damn it.
No, she doesn't. She just seems to be focused on Bianca and doing whatever it is that Bianca wants.
That's fair.
Even,
It's blood bond. It's a thing.
mm-hmm. Should have seen her when she had to pick her up from the power plant one night.
Oh, hell.
That, my dear, will let you in without having to deal with consent forms at the front door. They'll know that you're allowed back here even if I'm not here. Or if you come to the back door and you haven't met whichever Nosferatu who's working, show them that card and they'll know that you're family, so to speak, even if not mine. You're at least in our dental club.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
As a thank you for the rather gracious offer of hospitality, I certainly don't mind one of these nights. I happen to be a very good singer. May be able to drum up some entertainment in that main room if you so want.
Well, the main stage can be turned into one for performances. It's part of why it's so much larger than the other two.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be quite fun.
Because after all, something can be said for building an atmosphere.
Atmosphere, indeed, is what it's all about. Because the atmosphere builds the experience. Sets the stage, so to speak.
Ooh, say it one more time for me.
It sets the stage, so to speak.
Oh, exactly, exactly.
You really should see those whips going with celerity, though. That speed just, oh, it's something beautiful.
Can you show me?
If you come by on a Monday or Tuesday, I can. Bring Isabel. I'll need somebody to hit.
Oh, she. Oh. Oh, and then she gets a smile. All right.
She'll need a night off anyways. She works too much.
Does she?
It seems to me she's either working here or the other place, whatever that is, the gym,
Mm-hmm.
teaching gymnastics. My little Olympian to be. She is quite the gymnast. I was surprised she didn't get drafted to the Olympic team back when she was 16. Imagine what she could do now, though. That might break the masquerade, though. Flipping and flopping all over the place at super speeds.
Not to mention, I think a lot of Olympic Games take place during the day.
Minor details. Maybe we'll have to just do a kindred Olympics. Yes, I think that might be entertaining. Kindred Olympics.
Something's worth a shot. After all, what else do we have to do in all these nights other than, well, routine?
Well, they say that the Olympics originally were meant to be an entertaining way to keep in practice for war.
Well, there you go.
I think I like that. I have to talk to my friends, see what we can arrange. Where might we do such a thing, though? Gonna have to look into that. And Bianca seems lost in thought, trying to contemplate where she would do all the different events, contemplating getting the stadium, what that would cost and take, and oh, I'm sorry. Is there anything else, my dear?
Oh, I don't think so.
Well, I must tend to my dear's wounds before they get infected, just to minimize that slight chance.
All right.
And at that, Miranda quickly gets up and leaves the room again.
Noelle again does that thing where she just watches her leave.
She's probably app 4. And
Oh,
her back is covered in welts.
okay. Stands to mention, Noelle is at least appear. Well, she does have appearance 3. Um, but the thing that brings her out is her charisma 4.
Mm-hmm.
She just has that personality, though. At least I try to RP that personality. Either way, she'll get up. Well, and she'll say, "Well, I should be going. Rehearsals lie in wait." She'll
It
start
was a
to
pleasure meeting you, my dear.
you as well. And then she'll go ahead and leave the room.
You'll see Miranda coming back out of the office with a little first aid kit.
Well, just kind of nods to her and then just keeps on walking. To go ahead and head on out.
All right, well, if there's nothing else, then that's where this scene will end. Good night, then.